Hello everyone, and today I got to watch the first premiere episode of the new Netflix series, which is Jessica Jones. And I've done this before last year with Marco Polo. Wait, what is it, Marco Polo? Whatever it was called. With almost like a historically based TV show, and then did it before with it was in Gotham. No, it was Daredevil. I really enjoyed Daredevil a fair bit. I didn't love it, but I did really enjoy it. But here I am giving you guys this year's new Netflix series of Jessica Jones and what I thought about it, because I love Marvel, even though I'm more of a DC guy. Superman. But essentially this video here is about what my thoughts on this main first premiere episode, which is called aka Ladies Night. I had to write it down. I'll say this, I think it's fantastic. I thought it was incredible. It doesn't give so much about her background. Hopefully we'll see it explored later within the season. So of my Marvel knowledge, I know very little of Jessica Jones. Even though in Marvel I know much more about Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, all the more noticeable characters in Marvel. But I do really like, just based off of this alone, never reading I've heard of Jessica Jones before in comics, but never devoted myself to read a comic of her. But in this, I just found it so interesting and so profound for its own sake, and it's very, very fascinating how it goes along. It really does have much of a minimalist type of it's kind of vague for its own sake of it. It's not it's dark, but not to the point of being absurdly grim or taking itself too seriously, even though it will have those really heart-pounding moments. But as a whole, I thought it had itself really, really well done. The actor who plays her, what's her name? Kristen Ritter. In my opinion, she's excellent. She's really great. She has a great sense of vulnerability, but also an innate strength and great resiliency and great charm. You know, she's very straight-faced and very direct and very, very confident, but not to the point of her being cocky or anything. But she's very much a loner. She's very quiet, which, in a weird sense, is kind of like a mix of almost like her opposition is kind of the same as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, but also she's kind of has this feel of self-maintenance, but also haunted by the tragedy of her past, kind of like Batman. So I like that direction with her. The performance by Kristen Ritter is fantastic. It does show too many other characters. Like, the only other character you will see future is her somewhat boss, or the person she answers to it for most of the time, played by Carrie-Anne Moss, who she's also really good in this, but I do think she's kind of underutilized, because I think her role could be a bit more important. I don't know for sure. It will get important because this is a premiere episode. It's supposed to be like, this is the episode for it to make it or break it. Is like, if I'm not saying if it's a bad episode, then the whole project, then this whole show won't be, because I don't know for sure. But if it starts off bad for its own sake, then I'll be like, okay, that's not good. Hopefully, it will get along better or not. But it is important for its own sake to essentially be a good episode for it to start off on. But for that alone, as a premiere episode, I think it's really, really well done. There's enough left unknown in this for you to be intriguing, for you to be like, oh, okay, I want to stick around to see what happens, how it answers your background. She mentioned something that's out of her own control, like she's under some kind of illusion, and she connects with someone else who she's trying to help. Our father and mother from Omaha and somewhere where the hell of America, I don't know where that is. And they asked Jessica Jones, she's kind of like this private investigator type of person, to help find her daughter, because the person who took her probably has some kind of same connection with the character of Jessica Jones, which I find interesting. And hopefully adds a really interesting conflict with the show, and I'm really optimistic if they will continue that or not. And I like that. Again, I want to say that this is the great premiere episode of it being interesting and giving you enough things to catch up on, but being smart enough to give you of what not to give us, for us to be, okay, well, I don't need to stick around, I already got my fulfilling from this episode. So it's like, no, it leaves you satisfied on a certain amount, but it still leaves you pondering, like, I want some more of certain things I didn't get in this episode. I want to continue to see, like, this gets answered, or if it's interesting enough for it to not be answered, but to keep me coming back to the show, which I think is a really important factor for any show, to leave it, for any episode, for it to be like, oh, okay, I want this to be fascinating or engrossing. Really keep me in. Don't let me fall out of the franchise. Don't I wouldn't say it's not being like, being that down, but it's kind of like getting your fulfillment. It's like, okay, I got that one great episode. Okay, I don't think I want to watch the rest of the show. No, it's like this. I really do hope this is the type of show that keeps me glued to my seat, as much as I was with Hannibal. And I really do hope that the next episode won't let me down at all, because I'm really hooked on it. The acting is just excellent. They seem so convinced. It's very strong, and I wouldn't say firm, but it's very direct. A very strong performance by Kristen Ritter, and she does an excellent job. The pacing felt very fluid. It felt very understandable. It didn't seem forced. It didn't seem awkward at all. It always felt confident. It always felt like they had a good charm and likability for the show. It was dark for all the good reasons. It's very much, in essence, it's almost like the female perspective of Batman. And I love that, because Batman's one of my favorite DC characters. Even though this is Marvel, so who knows. But in the end of this just first episode alone, of me knowing little to know about the show, I'm really impressed, and I hope to the creators of this show that this series won't let me down and keep seeing franchise. But as a whole, I'm very impressed with what they did. I think it's great. My only little complaint is the way it starts. It's a little slow. Like the first 10 or 15 minutes does feel like a drag, but once it gets going, you are really hooked. And aside from the one little complaint I have from the first 10 minutes, it's really solid. And I hope you guys, if you have Netflix, to check it out, because it's really worth your own time if you're into Marvel, or if you're into just good character pieces of story as a whole. This is definitely up your own alley, and I'd highly recommend this first episode of Jessica Jones for you guys, for you to check it out if you have Netflix already. If you don't, sign up just for this show, because it's excellent. I cannot wait for the next episode, which I'll be watching right after this video. Or I'll pretty much just binge watch it this whole weekend. Thank you everyone for watching as always, and later you will see my review of the Night Before with Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Anthony Mackie, which will be up soon. Thank you everyone for watching once again as always, and I'll see you later for another movie review. Bye.